All right, let's just jump right in. We're taking a look ahead to the year 2026 to really unpack this brand new playbook for online content. You know, how it's made, how it's judged, and how we end up watching it. I mean, if you've been feeling like it's getting tougher and tougher to find the good stuff online, you're definitely not alone. A huge shift is already happening right under our noses.
And this is the question, isn't it? It's on everyone's mind. You know the feeling. You search for something specific, and you just get buried under this mountain of articles and videos that all sound exactly the same, and none of them actually give you what you need. That feeling? That's the core of the problem that all the big platforms are scrambling to solve right now.
So there's a name for this stuff: AI slop. It's all that content that's designed to look helpful, to sound authoritative, but it's completely hollow. It's just mass-produced filler made to chase clicks, without giving you any real value or unique insight. It's got no information gain, as the platforms call it. And that is exactly what these new rules are designed to starve out.
So here's the game plan. First, we're going to dig into the big algorithm shift that's turning all the old rules on their head. Then, we'll look at the new strategies that are actually winning. And finally, we'll talk about what this whole thing really means for you.
Okay, let's start with the most important part, the new golden rule of the game. We're seeing this massive pivot, a move away from just grabbing your attention to actually, earning your trust.
For what felt like forever, the only thing that mattered was watch time. How long could a creator keep you glued to the screen? But that just gave us a world of clickbait and fluff. Now, the new North Star, the metric that rules them all, is viewer satisfaction. And here's the key. It doesn't matter if you get the click anymore. What matters is if the viewer walks away feeling like their time was well spent.
So you might be wondering, how in the world do they measure something as subjective as satisfaction? Well, it's not a guess. They're using direct feedback, like those little surveys that pop up after a video. But even more cleverly, they're analyzing what they call session flow. Basically, what do you do after you watch? Did the video solve your problem, or did you immediately go back and search for the exact same thing again? It's all about rewarding content that gives you a real win.
Okay, so if viewer satisfaction is the goal, how do you actually get there as a creator? Well, that brings us to the new strategic blueprint for building real authority, especially in a world that's getting flooded with AI-generated noise. And this quote right here, it just nails the first strategy. Think about it. AI is amazing at being a generalist. It can give you a basic recipe for anything, so for a human to stand out, you have to do the exact opposite. You have to go super specific. You build what's called a micro-niche moat, solving very specific problems for a very specific group of people.
The next piece of the strategy is this really clever idea called the hybrid funnel. It's like a 1-2 punch. First, you use short-form videos as discovery hooks to grab someone's attention with a quick, valuable tip. But that's not the end game. The real goal is to guide that viewer to a long-form deep dive, where the real learning happens. And to make sure you're satisfied, they use things like chapter timestamps, so you can jump straight to the answer you need. It's all about respecting your time.
But look, a clever strategy is only half the battle. This new playbook is also about leaning into the one thing that can't be automated: being human. It's about proving you're a real, credible voice in this new, automated age.
This really gets to the heart of it. As AI gets better and better at making super polished, perfect-looking stuff, the value of raw, unpolished, and, most importantly, human-verified content is actually skyrocketing. It's a concept called authenticity arbitrage, finding incredible value in the things that AI just can't fake.
The best creators are starting to use this awesome prep cook versus chef model. They let AI be the prep cook, doing all the tedious work like research and crunching data. But the human is the head chef. The human is in charge of the big picture strategy, of verifying every single claim, and providing those raw insights that you can only get from real-world trial and error. It's about showing your work, messes and all.
And finally, the smartest creators are turning what used to be a one-way street into a two-way conversation. They're using things like community polls to let the audience vote on what topic comes next. So instead of just guessing what people want, they're building exactly what their community is asking for. Their subscribers basically become shareholders in the channel, which all but guarantees that the viewers are going to be satisfied. So we've talked about the algorithms and the strategies for creators, but let's flip this around. What does all of this actually mean for the rest of us, for the viewers? How is this going to change what actually shows up on our screens every day?
Check out this number, because it explains a lot. 20%.
A full fifth of YouTube viewing now happens on living room TVs. And that's a huge signal. It means we're leaning back, we're looking for more thoughtful, deep dive content. And you just don't put low-quality junk on the big screen. This pushes platforms to prioritize stuff that's truly worth your time.
So the bottom line for all of us is actually some pretty great news. We should expect to see a lot more specialized, expert content that solves real problems. It should get way easier to find information from real humans that you can actually trust. And because creators are being judged on your satisfaction, they're going to be working harder than ever to earn your trust. Your feedback will actually start to matter.
Which kind of leaves us with this one big final thought. As AI and automation take over all the generic stuff, we're being forced to rediscover what humans have always done best: building trust, sharing truly unique experiences, and connecting with each other in a real way. Maybe the true value isn't just about what we create, but about the messy, verified, and authentic humanity behind it all.